All right, we are live. We're on Gonzo Styles Radio here on YouTube. We're with Louie Cohen from Epidemic Media.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
So what's up to everybody, bro?
Going on, peeps? What's going on?
If we get some viewers and stuff out here for us.
Yep.
Because if they tune in, they definitely can chat on that little sidebar thing, and we'll keep.
It's that same link. It is that same link.
If we get some viewers, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Always around here we have some technical difficulties, but you know what? We make shit happen. It works out.
Right. No, yeah, we're good. We're straight. We're here. We up, yeah.
I think people have watched us a few times already there. You see how this shit ends up. All right, but explain to everybody what you do, because I was trying to post about this and actually have the right description of what you do.
Okay.
And I can come up with it. So I work my way around it all day. So can you let everybody know exactly what you do?
So what I do is I shoot music videos and I do graphic design. Obviously, I do pretty much everything that an artist needs besides recording. I do know how to do recording. I just don't have a studio to do it. But I used to do that. But what I normally main focus on is visuals. So album art, photo shoots, video shoots, all that stuff. I do it all. Even to the logos. I do everything that you can see. I do it all.
Right on. What came first in your career? Was it the computer work? Was it music? What got you on your step to where you're at now?
The first thing that I was doing in my career was actually, as weird as it is, was filming surf videos. I used to live in California, and I used to film surf videos, and I did that for like school and stuff. And then I switched to skating, and then I went on tour with my brother's band, and I enjoyed music a lot, and it's it's like in my blood to do music stuff. So I just was like, you know what? Obviously I can't ask a surfer, yo, you have to pay me $30 an hour or whatever it is to film you surf. And it's more of like a hangout thing. And then the same thing to do with skating is like you're hanging out with your homies filming skating, so you can't like charge them money. You know what I mean? It's not a money situation thing. But music videos, everyone, there's rappers everywhere. Everyone needs a music video. And I started my business like 4 years ago. I used to live in LA, and I moved to Arizona, and I had nothing. I didn't have a video camera. I didn't have a computer. Everything just was gone. I didn't have it. So I saved up. I worked 5 jobs out here in Arizona, and I quit them all because I finally got enough money to get the computer and then the camera. So I quit my job and followed my dream, and I'm out here doing things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When you do these music videos, do you travel out to the artist and everything, right?
Yeah, I do.
All live. It's all you, right?
Yeah, it's all me. I direct it, edit it, and film it.
All right. Now, and you know what? That's one of the things that caught my eye is like the styles you do. That they do vary for the people I've heard. You do music videos for. I really enjoy it. Like come from an art point of view.
Right.
I like the way you shoot things. I like the way it conveys emotion and stuff. Is that kind of important to you? Like, what do you usually try and convey? Is it per like the artist, what the artist wants, or do you got kind of a feeling and that goes with the idea of the music video? I should say.
You will be very surprised as artists that write their music don't write their music videos. They don't know where to go with it at all. They're like, yo, you're the filmer, you know this stuff. I'm like, you wrote the music, you should know more than me right now, and just give me what you want to know. They don't know what to do, so they ask me to build treatments. Sometimes you'll get artists that know what they're doing and they have an idea, at least a basic idea of what they want it to be, and that I can spice that up and make it look more visual and amusing to people to watch. And that's pretty much why that's my style is I spice up their ideas. That's what I do, and I dive into their mind and just get what they want to do. Like for example, for Static G, when I work with him, we sit down for like 2 days and write the treatment and sit down like I don't know if you've seen that video Mandela Effect. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I caught that one a couple times.
Yeah. So Mandela Effect was a big one because we wanted to portray like this guy that's been manipulated through the Mandela effect, like in every way. So we had to do it in every way. So that one took like a long time to come up with, and editing took about 98 hours. Like it was a big one.
All right. What kind of artists have you worked with? Like, what's your main genres, or are you very open to who you work with?
I am very open to who I work with, but my main genre is hip hop. But I want to work more into like the metal scene. I would love to go more into the metal scene. That's what I want to do.
Right. I think that would definitely be able to bring out more of different types of things that you do with it. Like maybe metal might be more into storytelling and stuff, more built for
Right, or even like you can set up a whole band in the middle of the desert, get drone shots, get real close to the guitars, get real close to like the drums and the pedals, and I mean you can do all that in the middle of the desert and some freaking amazing music video. So
right.
I've done music videos for death metal, but when I moved out to Arizona, it was just strictly hip hop, like a lot of hip hop. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm doing hip hop. Some metal bands hit me up, and I'm gonna work with them, and I have worked with some, but morely hip hop. But I want to get into like acoustic guitar, like indie rock. Like I would love to get into that stuff too, but it's not in demand. It's all hip hop. You know what I mean?
Do you think that'd be more of a challenge to do something so slow paced and stuff, or would it just be shooting the artist like playing, or
It
or do
would,
you
but
a
it
story?
wouldn't. Like once I dive into a song and shoot it and stuff, I'm inside that song. You know what I mean? I'm inside. So I like if I didn't like it, I start to like it, and I'm like I feel what the emotions are, and I can definitely rock with it. Definitely
Right.
make it. Yeah. But it
So
is a challenge.
do you feel like it's an extension of your work?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's the way I see things. It's my vision. I used to be called my company used to be called Perception Media, and it was like my perception on the world. But I moved on from that, and now I'm Epidemic Media. And Epidemic Media I called it Epidemic Media because I want to change the scene like an epidemic, not in a bad way, but in a good way. So that's what
Yeah,
Epidemic Media means.
absolutely. In the hip hop genre of music videos and stuff, what do you like to do more? Like more of the underground stuff, more of the mainstream style of music? Do you have a preference in any of that?
Can you repeat that again?
Do you have a preference in between like in the hip hop genres? Between like more underground stuff or more like a mainstream sounding music? Like, is there preferences in there?
Um, I enjoy the underground because I like to help artists become what they want to be, even though if they want to become mainstream, if they want to stay underground. But underground music is where it's at, really. It really is where it's at. You know what I mean? Like mainstream music, it's so scripted where you can't be as creative as you want to be because they
Right.
have certain situations and they have their certain ways to do things. And here, it's way more complicated working with a mainstream artist than an underground artist. And it's not saying it's more professional. It's just there's more things that they need for it to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know how many shots of slow motion shots of rims going and stuff. No,
Right.
it's I like the more creative like aspect of it. I think that's really fucking badass.
Yes.
Where you said California? Where'd you grow up in California? Obviously by the beach.
Yeah. I was in Redondo Beach. That's where I used to live. Like walking distance of the beach. It was awesome. It was cool stuff. But
Nice.
I was forced to move out here in Arizona because I was living with my mom and she had to get a job. Or I mean, her job was based out of Arizona, and they needed to have her move here. And then 6 months later, they fired her. I'm out here like that. You know what I mean? But I didn't want
Right.
to move out. But I learned Arizona is a very good place to be in the industry. A lot of people would say, "Why is that?" And it's just a land of opportunity, man. I have met so many people here that didn't think I would ever meet in my life because I do it out here. Really cool.
Right on. And see, that's the thing though, because I'm from California.
Okay.
Not by the beach, but I'm from San Bernardino. Used to love going out to Huntington and Newport all the time.
Right. I used to love going to Newport. I used to go to the Wedge a lot.
Yeah, yes. What's up, bro? San Diego. I love San Diego too. Like, I gotta mention San Diego because like half of my sponsors are out in San Diego. Thanks, Cold Music.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so what else we got here for you? MTV. Let's talk MTV because I can't really talk to a lot of the artists and stuff about it because they see it, for music and oh, MTV don't play no music no more and
Right.
all that. Like, do you ever go back and look at like any of the older music videos, the first ones that came out, like in all the different genres and stuff, and how it's all changed? Like,
Yeah, of course, it's definitely changed a lot. Um,
yeah,
but if you really think about it, if you watch things that are coming out now, people are going back to that style as weird as that is. They want that vintage look. They want that, they want it to be shot on a VHS look or, I mean, people want that. So yeah, it's coming back. That style is definitely coming back for sure.
all right. Now with MTV not playing all the music videos and stuff, most people get their access to music videos, on YouTube,
Right.
places like this, right? Do you think that let's see. Do you think there's still more room for music videos to grow, like more to be more popular again, to really,
Yes, there is, and honestly, it's already there. It depends on how you market yourself. You know what I mean? Because
right?
there's a lot of artists who are like, "Yo, let's shoot a video." They post it one time, and then they're like, "All right, let's go shoot another one." It's like that's not how you. A music video is as important as an album. You drop your album a certain way, and you drop your music video a certain way. They have to coexist together, and there has to be meaning behind everything. You know what I mean? So if you don't do it the right way, there is a right way. Even though it's art, there's a right way to this. And if you want to be seen, there's a way for you to be seen, and you have to jump in certain things. You have to go the extra mile. I always used to go the easy route and lay down, but you really need to go the extra mile because the extra mile will actually get you to where you want to be. So you could lay down while things are going down. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
No, that makes sense to me for sure. Like with all the artists that come on, like their advice always is put the money out there. Be
Right.
willing to invest in. That's what I'm hearing with the people I mess with now that are in support of what we're trying to do. And
Right.
then don't skimp on it. Put the money into it. It's going to cost. It's going to take a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same with
Failure. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of failure. Just because you do something nice does not mean it's going to be the one. You know what I mean? So you'll get there. Every artist will get there. It just depends on talent too, man. Like a lot of artists think they're really talented and they're not. But and that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they need to work on their talent. They need to work on their recording. They need to work on their image. They need to work on everything, and then that will all show in the end. You know what I mean? It's all progression. That's what it is.
Yeah, they kind of got to be honest with themselves, where they're at and everything, but
Right.
not to knock themselves down and lose that confidence.
No, definitely don't knock yourself down. Just know when people are giving you advice, it's real stuff. Like it just to make you better. You know what I mean? Like there's sometimes where I'm in the studio with artists and I put my 2 cents in. Like, yo, I hear this, I hear that. I make it better. They like it. And the engineer was like, whoa, good idea. You know what I mean? So it's just to make it better, to make yourself better. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it's whack. I'm just saying that just add on to yourself. You know what I mean? You don't have to be like 6'9" and color your hair and stand out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? But you should stand out in your own way. You know.
Oh, absolutely. How much like when you do music videos, like how much control do you have on like the final product? Like when's that point where it comes out of your hands to their hands?
Okay. Like with creative control, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. So creative control. There's certain artists that just love my work and the way that I produce it, and they don't care. And then there's artists that are picky and they want it a certain way, or this song means to them, or And then there's another thing too. I like to work with the artist when I edit. I like to work with the artist right here. I call it co-piloting. I'm the pilot, he's a co-pilot, and we both drive together. And the reason is because I might see a shot and like normally when I edit, I see certain shots and they mean something to me. They don't mean nothing to anybody else. So like for example, I just shot a video for this guy Fonz, and this is an example of in the song he said, "Don't drive me crazy," and I have a shot of him driving, you know, and it shows the road. That means something to me. I see the driving me crazy, but to other people, it's just him driving. You know what I mean? So people are like, "No, take that out." But if you like watch it the way I see it, it goes together. You know what I mean? So it depends on how picky the artist is, really.
Yeah, and like maybe a lot of it in the communication of the idea that both of you guys are wanting,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So then, so you're through it the whole process with the artist, then, right?
I prefer it, but not always. It
No,
depends.
but
Because like if I really like the song, like really like it's a good song and I really fuck with it, yeah, I'll do it myself. I don't need anyone with me. I can definitely just vibe out with it and not need a co-pilot. You know what I mean? But um, I like the co-pilot even if I do like the song, because I get his opinion right away. I don't have to go back and forth with 7 final cuts. You know what I mean? And I'm like on my computer, I'm just naming them with the whole keyboard because it's that many times. You know, so I rather not have to export and render that much times because he doesn't like what I'm doing. He likes what I'm doing, but he doesn't like how it's looking because he has a certain idea. Like, oh yeah, remember that one time when I was like throwing rocks? I want that part in the video, and I didn't put that in the video. You know what I mean? So it's just shit like that. They're very precise sometimes.
right. Yeah, because you can't just like shoot a bunch of the different shots, place it through the song. You know, they got this time duration, and you know where the filmmaker part actually comes in because it's
Right.
kind of right. Okay, so you're pretty much you're the editor, you're the filmmaker. You know,
Yeah, I
so
do
I
that
mean,
well.
do you think it works? It's better to work small like this, or to work with like? Would you ever get bigger with more people underneath you, like more cameramen, stuff like that, or
I
like
am a
this?
one man army, and I've tried to go and spread out my army, but it never works. Never works the same way. Um, I just feel like I know what I like. I know what I want, and I'm cool with people helping and stuff. But like, it's just a good example is you work with somebody, and then let's say like they brought their camera home and they didn't let you take their memory card. So it's a big hassle to get the freaking footage from them, and it's, you know what I mean. So it's like I just rather just it all come from me. There's artists out there that are like, yo, how much is this? How much is it to like if I film the video and you edit it? I'm like, well, I'm going to make your filmer look better if I do that. So I rather just do it all myself because it's gonna be coming from my work, and I don't have to, like throw my name on something that's not really mine. You know what I mean?
Right. It's probably easier for you to market yourself as the whole process
Right.
rather than, oh, I edited this, but I did this here and I did
Right.
that there.
Right, right. Later on, I'm down to just direct. That's a thing too, where I don't have to film. I like to be filming though, but like I'm cool with just directing. And what that is someone will be DPing. That a DP is the cameraman, and I can tell the cameraman, "Yo, go to your left, go to your right," and I'll have a screen in my hands looking at the shot. You know what I mean? So that's a position that I'm able to do, but that's when the crew is involved. That's when there is a film crew and there's stuff like that. Bigger productions have crews, and I'm with being on crew because when there's productions like that, the video you just know the video is gonna be better,
Right. Okay.
because there's more in the budget, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Um, do you ever think about taking it beyond your filmmaking skills and stuff beyond uh, music videos? Like, do you ever think about going to TV, movies, anything like that, or?
Yes, movies has been a thing right now. I want to start a movie. I do. A movie takes a lot and a lot of time and a lot of dedication, and it needs to be done the right way. Money needs to be right. So I will make movies. I will. I definitely will. It just needs to be right, the right time. You know what I mean? When
Right.
I got my own place and everything's right, and there's no debt here hole. There's no debt holes coming through. You know what I mean? Like everything's smooth. Yeah, we can definitely make a movie. And that will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's your interest in like in movies and stuff? What kind of movies would you want to shoot?
I
Like,
think I can make a good scary film and a good comedy. I think I'm a funny guy, so I know certain pockets that would make people chuckle just because it's like awkward. I can do that. But scary films is a thing too, because I know what would frighten me and what looks kind of like disgusting and stuff. I think I can portray something like that as well. I like to do scary stuff and funny stuff, and then maybe like some drama stuff, like some real life documentary looking stuff as well.
Right.
So
You've pretty much been able to shoot aspects of all those in music videos before, though.
yes, I can still do what I want to do movie wise in music videos as well. So that's what's cool about that is when people have their budget, it's all budget. You know what I mean? If artist doesn't have a budget, they have enough to pay me, then the video is not going to be turning out the way they exactly want it. It's because you just have to your imagination has to go far, and if you're not going to use your imagination, that's how people are going to look at your video is a no imagination video. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like you got to put your money in where your imagination is. And if you're like, oh man, I can't do that, or like I'll be like, yo, you should get smoke bombs. We should go over here. You should probably get 2 smoke bombs. They're $14 a piece, blah blah. And they're like, nah, man, I don't got enough for that right now. You're shutting down your creative look. You know what I mean? Like you just want to be on a rock with no fog machine, no smoke bombs, no unique lights or anything. Well, be my guest. But if you did, it would come out way better. So.
I can see that absolutely. It's just thinking offhand. I was trying to think of a low budget movie that did good. Clerks, original.
Yeah. Yep.
Great movie. Clerks 2, another great movie. Shot more slick and everything else, but
it can't be done again though. You know what I mean? Like it can be done by them because they have a brand now, but we can't shoot a Clerk style film again because it's been done. People are gonna know it's a remake. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much why you can't do it. You can, but it just won't be original. That's all.
Right. Yeah. No. Most definitely. I think that's kind of what the run of the. I probably don't have terms and shit right, but the first person running around, monsters going to kill you, type genre and stuff got super wore out from I think from Witch to like Cloverfield.
Right. Yep. Blair. You said Blair Witch and Cloverfield.
Yeah. The two I can think of off my hands. I know different in genre, but there's still that.
No, it's handheld. They're like handheld first person visuals and stuff, and like, so yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. It's cool, but it's like, I guess it'd be more complex as word that is because it's handheld and you have to make the storyline like pretty much like on point. You know what I mean?
Right. And then like beginnings, endings, someone has to find the tape pretty much type shit.
Right. You know what I mean?
Kind of been done. So yeah, definitely it just reinforces you got to put the money in, to the idea and have the bigger ideas.
Right. And like CGI costs so much money, like a lot. So if you're to do a movie with CGI, that's like, creating a Hulk or, you know what I mean? Like, going underwater and like a dolphin eats you or, you know what I mean? There's something crazy like that. That's going to cost you like $100,000, like already, you know what I mean? So that's why movies are so expensive is because they cost, there's little things. You want your imagination to really go full blown. You're going with CGI and you're getting fake dinosaurs, fake animals, even fake you, to make you look stronger. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's nuts.
Have you done any CGI work in any of your videos?
I haven't done any CGI at all. I've used After Effects, but I haven't done any CGI. I don't know how to do CGI at this moment. But there's a lot of things I could learn for sure. But it's like 3 hours of work to do something like that. So I would have to charge like 4 times the amount as what I charge now. You know what I mean? And artists aren't ready for that right now. They're not.
Exactly, especially for the quality of video you shoot. Like to me, I would use words like subtle, layered. With your lighting. What you're trying to convey. Those are words that I would absolutely use for the music videos and stuff I've seen of yours. Well, how would you describe most of them?
Cinematic. That's the word I would definitely do. It's cinematic. Movie style.
Okay. Um, good camera, good shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that idea, do you think it's easier for people to shoot music videos now if they put the money into the good camera? They think they're going to get that good shot, or
No, it's I can shoot with the crappiest camera out there right now, and still get the good shot. It's about who has it in their hand. You know what I mean? Like there's artists all the time like, yo, I'm just gonna get my own camera. Like we're not gonna work. I'm like, okay, that's funny to me because how are you going to shoot your own videos? You know what I mean? So yeah, you can get this cool camera or you can get this whatever camera and have a camera, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna call me. You know what I mean? And you're still gonna be like, yo, can you at least edit my stuff? I'm gonna say, no, you got your own camera. Do it yourself. You know what I mean? You wanted to end our work, you know, and think that you knew what you're doing, and now you're like helping me do what I'm doing. I'm like, no, you know, you can go do it all with me and get what you want, or you make your choice and buy your own camera.
and then be kind of screwed down the road if it don't work out the right way for you.
Correct.
Um, let's see here. So, do you have a dream artist or a certain artist that you would like to work with, in the future?
Um, yeah, there's a couple. You know, I like to work with Post Malone. I like to work with Eminem. I like to work with uh those are the mains. I don't really know on top of my head right now, but yeah, there's a couple artists that I would actually love to work with. I worked with Afterman already. I worked with I'm gonna be working with Do or Die. There's a couple people I'll be working with now, but I like to get even to the next level, like Drake and Lil Pump. Like even though their music isn't like I don't personally fuck with it so hard, it's a good level to be at because if you're messing with that type of underground, because they're still underground, they're just so big. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But if I got to that level, your name is all over the place. You know what I mean. So it's I'm not gonna say I don't want to be big. So I like to go big and go home. You know what I mean?
Well, that's one of the things that differs you from artists.
Yeah.
You're not going to catch the flack from supposed selling out, the moving ups and stuff.
Right. Right. Of course.
You don't catch that flack like that, right?
No. No. Definitely not.
All right. Okay, let's switch it back to like movies and stuff. Like, what's what's a director or two that really catches your eye? Like, you like their style of filmmaking.
Even Spielberg. He's always been. He's the one that kind of started me doing my stuff. I was a long time ago when Legos. I don't know if you remember, but Legos was doing this Lego Studio. It was through Steven Spielberg, and he was like just stop animation with Legos. That's what started my thing. I was like, whoa! I actually like. I always used to. I want to create when I was little, and I just didn't know how and what to create. And that like showed me you can create movies with a camera. Like just stopped animation. And then I bought a normal camera from like Best Buy and it just gained up from there. I was like, and I used to like making merch and stuff like that. So, I forgot what you asked me, but I'm like ranting at this point. I don't know what you asked me. What was your question?
This is perfect fucking interview right here.
Right.
I know we're all over the place, but yeah, it's just the idea. This is a couple guys kicking it, just talking shit, anyways.
Right. Of course.
You get to know everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like a lot of movies, like if I look at different styles, like in movies, I like Guy Ritchie's stuff.
Okay.
The way they tells the story, but then also just kind of the way they shoot it. Like I kind of like some of that gritty British movie making.
Okay. Word. Yeah.
It's a little different.
Clint Eastwood too. I like his stuff too.
Who?
Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It still kills me. I can't think of the name of it. Named after the car. What the hell is that movie called? Torino.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That movie was really good.
Great movie.
Yeah.
And the symbolism in it, just amazing to me. Especially like when you're at the end of the movie, falling back, and it's in the form of the cross and stuff. Like I like the way that was done.
Right. Even not even movie, but still a really good director is the director of Breaking Bad. That was a very good director. I forgot his name. You know his name?
Oh, damn it.
Like right on top of my head, but I cannot get
Yeah,
it.
catching it either.
Yeah, but yeah, he's really good at what he does as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that surprised me. Clifton Collins Jr. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the last video of his I saw. It was a country one, but like the dude's always in good movies. He was 187 with Samuel Jackson. He's a
Okay.
little kid and shit, and he fucking gets shot with an arrow. He's all fucking Indians. But I didn't expect him to do like country music videos and stuff like that. It blew me away. But he's somebody. I was going through little music videos and stuff today. I was kind of looking at directors and shit, and he popped up on it. And I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Right. Hell yeah.
Um, see here, I'm going through all my notes, man. You gave me so many different notes and stuff, and like I'm all over this. Just
Oh,
so social media. A question I asked a lot of people, and it should be obvious a yes to it, but then like when we get deeper, it gets more complex.
yeah. Okay.
Social media, Facebook, start with MySpace and shit. Do you think
Yeah.
it's really helped the industry you're in, or the music industry, or what's your take on social media as it involves
Yeah.
music?
Big time. I can't get across. I can't commute. For example, I social media is a platform with a whole bunch of people. Okay, you walk into a room with a whole bunch of people. What do? You network. So,
Right?
so social media has definitely helped me network with people that I would never think of meeting. For example, Afro Man. I would have never known that I would be working with Afro Man if social media didn't exist. That would never happen. Um, same with Static G. I wouldn't ever work with Static G ever in my whole life if social
Right.
media was a thing. So social media has definitely helped me big time. And yeah, of course, MySpace was a thing back in the day, and I used to create MySpace layouts. I don't know if you remember that being a thing, but
I'm 40. I barely jumped onto MySpace. I was like, okay, what is this?
yeah, but yeah, there was a thing back in the day where you would have your custom layout, and it would look badass and stuff like that. And I used to make those, and people would I'd charge like $150 for them. It was dope. It was a thing. I
Oh
was
yeah, I remember because I used to have like the little fucking weed leaves and shit in the background and
right,
stuff.
right. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, it's changed a lot, but do you see any of some of the negatives in it, like maybe as it pertains to quality of music or quality of videos, or?
Um, 1 second. Has it changed music? It probably has. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if there's a
More
negative
so
to
like the
it.
quality.
Quality. Like, give me an example.
Like okay, like we were talking last week how it's gave more people more access to do, and to get out there and reach other people. But yet at the same time, because it gave more people access, it seems to have watered down and like changed, what we think might be good. Like, what do you? That's kind of where I'm running with it right there.
Yeah, I'm still confused. I don't know. Like, all right, you said quality of music being.
Like the quality of music now, like there's so many people that are able to put it out there, able to get
Oh, okay.
it
I
out
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So
that
you're
probably
saying
was not so high from
right. So
because
you're saying like the saturation of music because
yes,
of, because of music being out there, and it's just so easy to SoundCloud your music and post it up. Yeah, that's cool. That doesn't hurt anybody. You know what I mean? Because if you're good at what you do, you shouldn't worry about the next person behind you. So, um,
good
you know,
point.
so yeah, it's not bad at all.
Good point. I like that point. That's probably it's definitely on the other spectrum of what we've heard on it so far. Sometimes,
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, because you get rappers, so they're telling other people to get the fuck off.
no, like I get some good supportive people. Static. I've interviewed him a few times. That's
Uh,
my boy, the hell out that dude. Fucking, we just did Meza not too long ago.
right? That sounds
No,
like in a dark
good
room.
people.
It was creepy. His interview was kind of creepy. He was like in this dark room with a red light. I was like, is he making photos?
Exactly. Something fell and shit. Like it was or broke or whatever, and I was like, okay, cool. Are we going to get kind of like a music video going on right here? Like, what's going to happen behind this door now?
Right. Yeah.
Guys, that was awesome. We're talking. last week that we had one artist on, and he was doing all sorts of stuff, and I was so glad we didn't do video back then. It was just all on the phone. I
Right.
was like, oh my god, dude, if this was on video, this would be so fucking crazy. Glad.
Are you trying to like do your podcast? 'Cause this is considered a podcast, I would say, right? And are you trying to branch out and like have a room and you would actually have meetings with like it would be like a one-on-one conversation filmed? Is that something that you maybe want to do?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I had money, and if most of the people I interviewed had money,
Right, 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 right,
the more people, the finances to get people in the room and to be able to do this, or if I give them forward to be away from work and go and do, be able to travel with and whatnot, then yeah, it would be real cool. Thankfully, I got some decent sponsors that are trying to help me out. We do
right.
have a long distance plan on this.
Cool.
I came from Underground Wicked Radio with DJ Snickers. It was his station. He
Right,
actually had an online server. That's where I started out, was with him. But
right,
he stepped away from everything, I'll say. And so I started my own. But
right. Of course.
I don't want to just be like the one channel like we had, where it was just the videos, the videos, the videos. I
Right,
wanted to bring more things to people. We have this show on my channel. We have 10 questions with King Duke. He runs about a 30-minute real quick interview process. We have a comedian from Colt Music that wants to get his podcast up on video and onto YouTube.
okay.
Then we also have another one we're trying to put together, which is pretty much ridiculousness,
Uh-huh.
but for memes. You pretty much, it was called Savage Society with me and Van Brenda from Cold Music and Christina, Living Dead Girl, where we kind of, like you said, money, man, it takes money. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to figure out now the program stuff used to be able to show it. Because, I didn't want to be one of those people that are like, okay, check this meme out right here, like
Right.
the YouTube channel, but we got bigger aspiration and ideas on stuff.
Right, of course, because like once you do have money, it's good to have like microphones and like there's a one-on-one conversation. You know what I mean? If the artist, what state are you in right now?
I'm in Arizona right now.
Okay, word. We could have just met up. What
Right,
part of
you're a
Arizona?
little far away. We talked our first conversation. We talked when you were trying to do something out here in Arizona, but I was all the way over in Kingman.
Okay. Oh, you're in Kingman.
Yeah, I'm way on the other side. I was in Prescott for a while, Prescott Valley.
So you're deep in Arizona. You're like up in the mountains type thing.
No, I'm out in the desert, bro. I'm like 40 minutes from Laughlin and like an hour away from Vegas.
Okay, word. Yeah. So there's no meeting up. This is just perfect.
It's definitely like most of the people I deal with. I'm not going to be able, to get with them.
Right. I feel that.
It is. At least I'm close to Vegas and Laughlin, though.
Well, yeah, that's cool. That's badass. You know what I mean?
Right?
40 minutes away from Vegas and stuff.
Yeah.
Word.
Now, I know, planning to see some of the artists are coming out to Vegas, and like I tell most people, especially when we live in Prescott Valley, that when you go to Phoenix, you gotta go back north again. Fuck, you stop by, crash, free rent.
Yep.
Artists welcome.
Right. Hell yeah. No, that's cool shit. Yeah. Do you have business cards and stuff?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We're just going. This is groundworks right here. I'm sure in like a year or two, I'll be looking back at this and going, "Holy crap, we started from this."
Right. No, I know we will. Yeah. I know you definitely will look at that. I'll look at that too. I'm like, wow, this is an old ass interview. Now I'm like in front of this guy in like a big ass warehouse with a light above us. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Hell yeah. That's cool.
Static says he's listening. What's up, Static?
Static. Boy.
Oh, want to show my hat? I did this artwork. Bam.
Oh, right. That say rhyme sick? That says rhyme sick. That's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah, it's still something I've been doing. Like we're gonna be doing giveaways and stuff here in the future. That's the sponsor process of all this.
Right.
When I have more people on to watch and whatnot, and then be shooting out stuff in sweeps, no, not sweepstakes. Just raffles and whatnot. And then like doing some custom hats and shit like that. Like just simple shit.
Right. Yeah, that's dope.
Right. The small ideas get to bigger ideas very soon.
Of course. Yes, you got to.
All right, brother. So I think we pretty much covered most everything. What do you got? What would you ask yourself right now? What may have we have missed?
Oh man, that's a great question. What would I ask myself?
I'm sure you're one of the people. I'm sure would be very good at that.
Yeah, right. Let's see. What would I
You're
ask
very in
myself?
depth, I'm sure.
Um, I don't know. I have 2019 is going to be a big year. I think. You know, we're and this is this the last video podcast of the year for you?
It's the last of them for the year. I'm gonna try and work a different system out and do a couple things to get the other shows up and running and hit it
Yep.
hard in January. Like I got a couple interviews set for January. I believe I'm getting Static on halfway through January. I got Razakel's going to come on, and from there, just a couple other little ones, and we'll see how it works out.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah, yeah. 2019 is gonna be big, man. I'm gonna be. I don't know where I'll be at the end of the year, but at the beginning of the year, I'm gonna try to go to Minnesota. I haven't done very many Minnesota shoots. I want to get there. I want to go down there and get some of that stuff done. Denver, of course. I'll be working with Static G. I see more new music videos from Static G for sure, and Rhyme Six people. I don't know, just to stay connected with Epidemic Media. You know, follow my Instagram. You know what I mean? Epidemic Media, and you know my YouTube channel. If you want to check out my work, it's youtube.com/Louie Galaxy World. You can check out that stuff. And yeah, if you have any questions, man.
Parties?
Huh?
One of your watch parties?
Oh yeah. I actually want to start doing more watch parties. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah. And on YouTube, you can do like a watch party for when it drops for music videos. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah. They're called video premieres. So before I drop any video now, it's always a premiere. It gives the artist a chance to promote their video with everyone there together, make it a thing. You know, if you go to my channel right now, there's one scheduled for the January 11th. So, you know, everyone gets to see that and set in a reminder or something like that.
Right on.
Yep.
All right, bud. So I think we covered everything. I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
It's always a pleasure to talk with you too, because I learned so much from you when we do talk. You know, and
yeah, definitely.
You're very humble with what you do, but you do good work. You know, we appreciate
that. I really do. It means more than you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've tried to always be high quality on what I do, and I think it's showing off. So I do appreciate that.
Right on, badass. All right, I want to thank out the sponsors: Funny Farm Records, Cult Music, Sexy as Fuck Clothing. Thank you guys for everything you do. We will have 10 questions with King Duke tomorrow. He's popping on. Check him out on Facebook. Check out our Gonzo Sal's on Facebook. We're everywhere. Try and be everywhere on social media. I try to do Twitter. I'm not big on Twitter. I'm just not a.
Twitter is the thing, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was just like you, and I think there's thousands of people just like you. You open the Twitter app and you're like, okay, where do like? I can do this. I can do this on Facebook. Why am I on here? But Twitter is a platform for you to talk to celebrities. People don't even understand that. If you go on my Twitter right now, look who's following me. I have some of the biggest artists following me because I've used it. I stopped using it. I'm starting to use it again. And I promise you, if you start using it now, 5 years from now, you're gonna be happy that you did.
Okay, definitely. I can take your advice on that.
Yep.
All right, sponsors to think. Everyone else to think. You guys have a good night, man. Thank you guys for checking us out. And for checking us out later, check out our other videos. There'll be playlists for every individual show, so it's half-assed easy to use. So, peace.